The second episode of the new animation Kill Lupercal is out, and so continues the story of Legio Gryphonicus. I hope you all are doing well. We've had a little bit of a disappointing week with the disaster that was the Era of Ruin release, but we did get a new episode of Kill Lupercal, and it is a good one. If you haven't already been watching this new Warhammer TV show, you should go back and watch the first episode. But the TLDR on this animation is that it's about Orla Gymnon, a princeps of Legio Gryphonicus, going on her last walk during the Siege of Terra. And when we last saw her Titan Maniple walking out beyond the walls of the Imperial Palace, they were about to be ambushed. But I'm HoodGuard, and this is a breakdown for episode 2 of Kill Lupercal. Let's get into it.
The Emperor's light is my torch! Death to the enemy! We shall be the end of you! Feel the might of the Rectus! For the Emperor!
When we last left off, Orla Gymnon's warlord titan Aurora Ferrum was being assailed from its port side. Some unknown titan, besides the ones that the Maniple was about to attack, has come to play. And so episode 2 starts off with a showdown. Princeps Gymnon faces this new threat, but it doesn't seem to be attacking at all. There's just a weapons lock and stony silence, and so this signals that there may be something going on. Orla hails this new titan and is greeted by Princeps Signoris Arium Kiso of Legio Tempestus. Now, during this time of the Siege of Terra, the Legio Tempestus has all but been dissolved. There were traitors in the ranks of the Stormlords, and Kiso has come to say that she is the last loyal titan standing from Legio Tempestus. Princeps Gymnon accepts this story, but Kiso did not come just to give the status of her Legio. She's come with a mission proposal of her own, one that would supersede the importance of Legio Gryphonicus' mission. Kiso wants to directly target the arch-traitor himself, Horus Lupercal. Now, obviously, you can't just believe information like that when it's given to you, that Horus is on Terra. In order to convince her would-be allies, Kiso sends over a data capture of Horus himself. It's a grainy picked feed, and propaganda is everywhere, but it does appear to be the Warmaster. Recognizing the opportunity that they've been given, Princeps Gymnon agrees to follow the Legio Tempestus engine into their new mission. But everyone in this loyalist Titan group seems to have some doubts. From the steersman Moderati, whose doubt Gymnon can practically taste through their Neuralink, to the other princeps of the Titans within her Maniple, who have agreed to follow Gryphonicus no matter what, but still harbor doubts that this information is valid. From the moment Horus started to conceptualize the atrocity of Istvan III, no information in the galaxy could be trusted. But if there's one thing that the Imperials have to a fault, it's loyalty, and they follow their princeps on this new mission. But getting to the Warmaster isn't as easy as just walking up to him. The group of Titans is quickly stopped by Princeps Kiso as she senses something in the rain. Her sensors tell it that it is an engine killer, a Shadow Sword tank, one of the few tanks that have the weapons necessary in order to hurt a Titan. After some dubious Auspex negotiation, the Stormlord Princeps fires on the Shadow Sword and claims that she destroyed it. But just as the Maniple is about to move on, they are hit from the side by that very same Shadow Sword. Orla, utilizing her supreme logic, figures out that she can track the Shadow Sword using acoustics rather than the increasingly unreliable Auspex. From that point, all that was needed was a targeting solution and 2 missiles, and the Shadow Sword was no more. But this entire debacle immediately raises questions. Orla is furious at Princeps Kiso for her mistake and asks to hardlink so that they may have a private conversation. With their minds hard-linked, the two princeps face off in the interstitial realm. Orla immediately asks the obvious question: if Princeps Kiso can't trust her own Auspex, how can they trust the information that they've been given about the location of the Warmaster? And here is where Princeps Kiso reveals the depth of her conviction. She expresses that they are all on their very last walk, that it doesn't matter where this information came from. If there is any percentage that they could find Horus Lupercal and end the war right there, they have to take that chance. Yes, the warp is saturating Terra and nothing is reliable, least of all information and video, but they have to take the chance because it is the Warmaster, because this is the arch-traitor and he needs to die. And if there's anything we've learned about Orla Gymnon, it's that she is very pragmatic, and this is an argument that she can get behind. If you have the opportunity, you must kill Lupercal. And that is where our episode ends. This was a very interesting episode, so much so that I didn't even notice that there wasn't an actual Titan battle in it until the very end. And it's even more interesting having already read the Siege of Terra and knowing that Horus Lupercal never set foot on Terra, at least not in a way that they showed in this animation. We as the audience know that this information is unreliable and that they are essentially walking into a trap and their ultimate doom. But what we really get to see is the desperation of the Imperial forces. They know that they are most likely being tricked, and they are walking 5 entire Titans into that trap anyway, at the hope that they could kill Horus Lupercal. To them, to these princeps, and to the Imperial defenders as a whole, this is the end of the world. This is the end of the Emperor's dream, his great experiment, and their entire universe. And what's even more impressive is the stoicism with which they're facing this ultimate doom. The things I'm really enjoying about these animations so far aren't the things that I expected. Because these episodes happen to be so short, it's very hard to get these character building moments in, but they've done an excellent job of that in this animation. Now, generally these animations have 3 episodes, which means the very next episode is the last. Now, obviously, they're not going to kill Horus Lupercal in that episode, but I do sense something big happening. Some huge Titan battle has to take place. It was in the trailer. But I also feel like some form of betrayal is inbound. Maybe Princeps Kiso is the architect of this. Maybe one of the other Titan Princeps in their maniple is fed up with Orla-Gymnon's leadership. But whatever the case may be, I'm very excited for the last episode and to see what happens to these heroes of Legio Gryphonicus. But that's gonna about do it for today, my friends. Thank you guys always for watching. Make sure to leave any questions you might have in the comments below. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one.